I'm Myoho Renge Kyo. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. Um, Something's come to mind, in my mind, not for the first time. It's something that's come up for me in many different ways over the years, and I thought I'd just do a short video about it, just to see what your thoughts are about this, or maybe I'm just planting a seed for you to actually uh, take some time chewing on this idea. It's a perception that I have from Buddhist practice. So for me, everything seems to increase my depth of understanding, empathy for my study of Buddhism. Buddhism just keeps popping up for me in everyday life. Wow, that's very much as Shakyamuni taught. Wow, Nichiren talks about this all the time, albeit in different rhetoric. There it is. And that keeps happening for me. So I thought I'd tackle a little bit of a minefield subject today. There's a lot of controversy about it on the social media. Is this concept of artificial intelligence? And there's movies about it, and there's discussions about it, and everybody seems to come at it from a slightly different angle, even to the point of Roger Penrose's description of a cyclic universe. And I'll explain why all of that ties in to my mind. You know, we're Buddhists, and so we practice Buddhism. Different things, different motivations for each one of us to practice Buddhism. But at the end of the day, all of us are trying to improve our experience of life. Yes, fair statement. Now, one of the very basic fundamentals of Buddhism is to recognize the Four Noble Truths, right? Very early on, Shakyamuni starts to talk to his audience thousands of years ago and say, look, you're all, the caste system in India. You're either, you will always be a beggar, you will always be a shoemaker, and you will always be ensured to be in the upper class, no matter who you are, what you are, how good or bad you are, quote unquote, or whatever language you want to put around it. The caste system ensures bloodlines, right? And so the idea that you could affect that is is not only pretty revolutionary as a person, but is going to have a tremendous amount of resistance, right? But even so, even that kind of programming is about creating an artificial intelligence. And here's why I say that. We have an intelligence, the capacity for intelligence. We're big pattern-making machines. We identify things, we make patterns, and then that becomes a known. And based on those knowns, we create new knowns, and new information requires. So we have an epistemology, our fundamental base that we work from, and then we build our belief systems and our ideas of our experience of life on top of them. It's very, very human-based artificial intelligence. Why do I say it's artificial? Because it's built on parameters that we observe, and those parameters change. Or they seemingly don't change over time, so we build a truth on it. This is the artificiality of it, right? To think that back in Shakyamuni's day, to this very day, that if you're born to a merchant class family, then everyone in your family is in that merchant class, or caste, more accurately, and there is no way you will ever escape it, no matter what schools you go to, how much you learn, unless you dedicate your life to religious practice. That's your only caveat. is that you can come out of there and belong in a but even so, you'll be maintained as this identity, right? But that's human, that's fabricated, that's not real, that's artificial, you know? Now move to today. You could count in seconds the amount of time that we unglue ourselves from our telephones, screens. But even if we do, if we log out of the telephone, it isn't very long before we're watching a television or playing a video game or researching something on the internet or watching porn or shopping. We simply can't tear ourselves away from a screen for an extended period of time. It's almost traumatic. We have gurus now running classes and experiences where we, what do they call it? Unplug. And maybe you experience a few moments of what life really is like, but even that is in your own social bubble until you come out and extol the magnificence of doing it while you email all of your friends, you post it on your Instagram, you talk about it on Facebook, whatever. Right? All of that activity, all of those distractions, they're cravings. You simply crave that connection. But all of it, really, if you stand back for a moment, even your vacation from it is artificial. And your intelligence is based on that artificiality. You view the quality of your life through your possessions, through your social media, through your access, through your connectivity. It's all artificial. Now you may say, but Sifu, it makes me feel good. That's when I'm happy, right? All you're doing is describing how deeply integrated your craving is and how expert you've become at satiating it. Never in the history of mankind have we come to a time when we need to reinvent our own lives with a different kind of intelligence, an intelligence based on the life process itself. Because we've got so many layers of distraction hiding that from us. And every once in a while, in our darkest moments, when we feel alone for whatever reason, this little knowing creeps up like a dark cloud in us. And today we ask, who am I? What am I? Why am I here? Age-old questions, not new at all. But there's a sense that it's there and we just can't see it. Right? So the intelligence we must invoke is an intelligence that certainly resides in our samsaric life. But how do we access it? How can we know it? And this is the practice of Myoho Renge Kyo. This is the practice, the only practice that is appropriate for the depths of layers of craving and artificial intelligence that we've manifested to pierce through all those layers and experience what life is. Real life. Not go out to the lake and go camping for a couple of days and whew, man, it was nice to reconnect with life. Maybe you touched it a little bit. Maybe you even had an epiphany doing that. I myself have gone to lakes in the area here, sat on the shore, played in the sand, and chanted daimoku, done qigong exercises, actively tried to ground myself to the planet. I'm bodhisattva of the earth. Let me connect with the earth and let me chant my bodhisattva into reality. And the water becomes more crystalline. The birds sing louder. The sand is more playful. I feel like a 5-year-old playing in the sand. It's an amazing awareness that grows from our daimoku. That is intelligence. That is Buddha intelligence. What do we call it in Buddhism? Buddha wisdom. That is experiencing our gohonzon in human reality with Buddha wisdom, real intellect, experiencing fully this amazing process of life, demonstrated every moment repeatedly for us, through us. So do you see? We can talk about computational artificial intelligence, but basically all of those greatly talented programmers and devices are trying to emulate what is already artificial about man. Is this artificial, immediate gratification, craving, and we're trying to teach a machine how to do it? I don't even want to get into the politics of that. That's an argument for another forum. But I want to offer you this thought as a Buddhist. This is very much integral to our practice. We don't just mindlessly chant so that we can feel good. We chant to feel deeply, correctly, what there is to be precious about this existence, without all of the accoutrement, the newest Apple phone, the newest dish, the newest restaurant, the newest application, the newest, name it. There's nothing new about the process of life, and it is still the most awesome, incredible thing to actually experience, not just acknowledge and, hey, nice life, good, yeah, have a good one. That's passivity. That's not participating. That's watching it go by while you busy yourself trying to fill yourself up with experiences that, if they last at all, they're momentary, and the next moment you need another one. Those aren't real experiences. They are artificial intelligence. Real intelligence comes from daimoku, myoho renge-kyo, the intelligence of the very formation of what it is that is life, that is your experience of it, the real experience of it, without craving, without attachments. Anyway, I just felt like I needed to throw my 2 cents in on top of all of this controversy about AI. If we want to talk about AI, let's talk about it. Really. I hope you have a great one. Take care of your health. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. I know you're not artificial. That's why you're here. Thank you so much for participating. And I'll see you in the next one.